You are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly. Welcome to the Nest Out West, where Eagles fans are always the best. I will always ride or die for this team, and when I'm gone, please bury me in green. Now I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I'm gonna bring the heat like an effing dragon. You could call me Fuego, aka Phillyzilla, coming to you like the Thriller in Manila. Lots of collabs and live streams galore. You're gonna love what I have in store. Giving you my all, I always will try. And just remember, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah. What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the Nest Out West, trying to bring you a slice of the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content. Hillbillies, thank you for joining me. And if you are new to my channel, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Hit that thumbs up. That's right. Hit that thumbs up right down there. And then go ahead and smash that. Hit that subscribe button like Miles Sanders hits that hole when he's running through the line for a long touchdown run. And become a Philbilly and join me on the road to 1,000 subscribers this summer. So, thank you again for all the loyal supporters. You guys have been with me from the start. You always be with me in my heart. But let's jump right into the content, because we got some things to talk about from this draft. All right, so today I kind of want to go over the draft in totality and give you guys my overall grade for the draft, and give you my individual grades for each selection. Depending on I'm gonna try to do it all in one video, but it may be a two-parter, depending on how long I ramble here. But bear with me. Definitely, very, very happy with the first overall pick. As you guys could have seen, if you joined me on my live stream. If not, you can go check that out. It's available right here on my channel. So just go check the live stream for the first pick with the Devontae Smith. I mean, he was the second best overall wide receiver in my opinion, behind Jamar Chase. And it was a great pick because we were able to pick up a 2022 first round pick from the Miami Dolphins in the process of moving back from 6 to 12. And then Howie worked a little bit more magic. I don't know. Jerry must have really thought that Devontae Smith was going to solidify the Giants' offense, and he did not want the New York Giants to be having the services of one Devontae Smith. So he traded up with us. Very surprising to me. Did not see that coming in a million years. So, yeah, I mean, Devontae Smith is a little bit smaller. He's, especially weight-wise, he's 6'1", 175 according to his Wikipedia. But he's a stellar route runner. He's got great hands, and his high point ability is excellent as well. So that's where he makes up for his size. And like I said, great pick here. I give it definitely an A+ in my book. That's where I have the Devontae Smith pick, A+. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys already from my last video, which was in regards to the second round pick, which we're going to talk about next here, in Mr. Landon Dickerson. And this is, want to start this off by saying there's nothing against Landon Dickerson at all. It just has to do with, his consistency of consistently being injured. I mean, he was injured for every year except for 1 year in college, and that was in 2019. And it's not one specific injury that's reoccurring. He's had multiple injuries to multiple parts of his body. So that's very concerning to me. And I thought that was a bit of a reach here with the Eagles picking Dickerson at 37. So I mean, he was injured in 2016, 2017, 2018, and again in 2020. So to me, this pick, he could, and I hope I'm wrong, but we've had a lot of. It's just I guess the Eagles thought the risk was worth the possible reward, but to me, we've had too many injuries on the offensive line, and when we're drafting young kids, we don't want them to have injury history coming into the league. We want them to be fairly injury free and young and healthy and ready to go. So to me, that's a really concerning, and that's why I gave this pick a C minus. So I gave Landon Dickerson pick at number 37, second round pick, a C minus. So let me know what you guys think about that. I obviously let you guys know more in detail in my last video what my initial reaction was to that pick. Was not very happy with it. But, that's the way it is. We kind of have to live with it. Yeah, definitely. The Landon Dickerson pick at the second round pick at 37 is a C minus for me. But moving on to the third round pick, which was very interesting. There was some controversy, as you guys may have saw in the war room. Tom Donahue, I believe, he's the lead talent consultant with the Eagles. Former official in the league, I do believe, for quite some years. But they traded back. They traded back from 70 to 73 with Carolina, and they picked up pick number 191, which was, I believe, a sixth round pick. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it was. And that sixth round pick turned out to be a player by the name of Teron Jackson, which we'll talk about a little later in this video. But my thoughts on Milton Williams. He's definitely smaller for a defensive tackle, but I guess he's not he's not just a straight up defensive tackle. Kid is 6'3", 284 pounds. I guess he's very versatile and athletic, so he can play multiple positions along the defensive line. So that's always a good thing to have, and he could be a very good rotational piece and someone to develop into a possible starter in the near future here at defensive tackle, especially with Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave getting older. So with this pick, I thought it was a pretty decent pick because he definitely this kid understands leverage and he knows how to use it. Knows how to use his hands. So with this pick, I give it a B minus, and that definitely, I think it was a pretty solid pick. But it's possible, that this pick could turn out to be even better with the additional add-on of the defensive end of Teron Jackson with the move back with Carolina. But that's to be seen, definitely. But in the fourth round with the next pick, so I'm pretty sure I told you guys my grade for Milton Williams. I give it a B minus. But with the fourth round pick, we finally addressed the cornerback position, which, if you guys have watched any of my content, you guys know that I was preaching that going into the draft, and I thought that was that was a big concern to me that we had a prime opportunity to address that and get an inside out guy, a guy that could play nickel and play on the outside. Yeah, he is smaller, but we could have got Asante Samuel Jr. at number 37. He was right there. I mean, so was JOK. Those are two players that I think that I would have graded higher, and they're at a position of need to me for the Eagles going forward, especially the cornerback position. So, but we finally addressed the cornerback position in the 4th round, and we got Zach Mcpherson out of Texas Tech. He's a savvy DB that started college at Penn State before becoming a Red Raider, and it's going to be it's going to be up to Jonathan Gannon whether he can develop this kid and turn him in and get something get something out of him. The kid's definitely a ball hawk. He graded 4th highest against wide receivers over the last 5 years against the top 5 Power 5 wide receivers. He graded 4th in that, so that's pretty good. And some names on the list were Caleb Farley and Patrick Surtain was number 1 on that list. So, grading 4th on that list was pretty dang good over the last 2 seasons. So, Zach McPherson definitely be a good addition to the defensive back group and much needed depth to the cornerback position. So he definitely, with the lack of depth that we have at that position on the roster going forward, he definitely has a chance to start and contribute right away. Coming in as a rookie. So that's going to be interesting to keep our eye on. Zach McPherson, cornerback out of Texas Tech, because of his pretty good collegiate resume, and I think he has a very good upside. I gave this pick a very solid B. So a B for the 4th-round pick of Zach McPherson. And on to the 5th-round pick, number 150, 150 overall, we drafted Kenneth Gainwell. And this kid I'm very excited about because he can catch and he can run. He's very multiverse. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Brian Westbrook, kind of like that. Able to line him up outside, but also can run between the tackles as well. So he has great change of direction, and the kid had, this past year he had almost 1,500 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns rushing, and over 600 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. So, and that was in 2019. I think that was the only reason he really slipped down the draft board a little bit because he opted out of the 2020 season because of COVID. But, I definitely like the addition to the running back group with Kenneth Gainwell, and I'm excited to see what he can add. Maybe he can be an additional contributor that can come in and definitely be a good add-on piece to Miles Sanders and the other guys that we have back there. So I think this was another good pick. B+ is my grade here with Kenneth Gainwell. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. I definitely do love and appreciate each and every one of you guys out there, all my Philbillies. I'm almost to 650 subscribers. So again, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button before you go. If you like my content, you want more, and ding that bell so you get all the notifications whenever I do post new content or go live. Because I do set reminders, I do let you know ahead of time when I'm going to go live. So please hit that bell. Like I said, smash that subscribe button like Miles Sanders smashes through the hole when he's running that long touchdown run. And please, before you're done watching this content, hopefully it's in a safe and peaceful setting and you guys are all happy and well. Please give me that thumbs up down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps circulate my content. But yeah, so, overall, we really did pretty good, for the most part, I think. Sorry for this video being so long, but I think I'm going to go ahead and finish out my draft grade here. So bear with me. But next on my list, we drafted, and bear in mind we did pick up another draft pick next year because we traded back with Washington, or no, I think we didn't trade back, but right around this time in the draft, we traded them a couple picks number 225 and 240 this past draft of 2021. That was a 6th and a 7th round pick. And we picked up a 5th round 2022 pick from the football team. So we got another 5th round pick next year. And, so there's another good draft move as far as gaining some capital. But at number 189 in the 6th round, Marlon Tupeloto, defensive tackle at USC. This kid's got good size and he's versatile at the defensive tackle position. 6'2", 307 pounds, and he can play both the 3 technique and the straight up nose tackle spot. So with my grade here, is it definitely a solid B pick, good defensive line rotational piece to add to the group. So definitely think another good solid pick. And the last couple picks here, at number 191, we picked defensive end Taron Jackson. So this was the pick that we picked up from Carolina with trading back from 70 to 73. So he's a defensive end out of Coastal Carolina. He's 6'2", 245. He's a little small for the typical defensive end, body size wise. But in the 4 years at college, he had 188 tackles, 42 for loss, 24.5 sacks, and 6 forced fumbles. So the kid definitely is a defensive disruptor, and likes to create havoc in the backfield. So definitely, I think he's going to be a good fit to the defensive rotation, and hopefully he'll be the eventual replacement for overpaid defensive end Derek Barnett, who I think is injury prone and overrated. I don't think he was a first. I think he was not worthy of a first round pick, and I think the Eagles definitely reached way too far down the list when it came to that pick, and he's been proving me right. I've thought that since the beginning. But stranger things have happened. It's not like I hope and wish that Derek Barnett fails and doesn't succeed. As long as he's an Eagle, I wish him success. But I just think we've seen his ceiling, and I don't think that he is worth $10 million a year, which he's getting paid this year now. So I think he's grossly overpaid. But moving on to the number 224 pick, this is an interesting pick. This is Jacoby Stevens. He is listed as a safety out of LSU, but he's kind of that hybrid of a linebacker safety. He's 230 pounds and he's 6'2". So he's a little small to be a linebacker, but he's a little big to be a safety. So it's going to be interesting to see the role that Jonathan Gannon and the Eagles have for him going forward. But if I didn't give you my grade on Taron Jackson, I apologize. I don't think I wrote that down in my notes, but I wrote it on the board. Yeah, my grade for Taron Jackson, defensive end out of Coastal Carolina, is a B plus. So I think he's going to be like I said, he's going to be a good rotational piece for the Eagles going forward. But Jacoby Stevens, yeah, like I said, he's that hybrid type. But this kid is he's as good off the field as he is on the field. Just very professional. Just like our number 1 draft pick Devontae Smith is. Very very good on and off the field. But he's a great leader. Great leader and role model for not only his teammates but also for the community around him. So, in regards to that, I'm excited because I think this kid has a lot of upside, Jacoby Stevens. So with a combination of that and the great things that I think he's going to bring to the community of Philadelphia and the surrounding areas, I gave this kid an A minus. So hopefully he proves me right, and we get something we have a diamond in the rough here with Jacoby Stevens. In the with the later round pick here. But yeah, definitely A minus for Jacoby Stevens. And last but not least, pick number 234, which was Patrick Johnson. He's listed as an outside linebacker from Tulane. He is 6'2", 240 pounds. So he's a little small. He's a little undersized for the defensive end. That's why the Eagles are looking to actually list him as a linebacker. So, like an outside linebacker, which which adding linebacker depth to this roster is not a bad thing at all. I think we definitely addressed that with this draft. And with this pick, I think it's a solid C plus pick. He's definitely a more of a project player to see what we can do. Being a seventh round pick, he's definitely got somewhat of a hill to climb to make this roster and to contribute to this team on game day. But so yeah, those are my individual grades. So I did the math, and it with the 9 draft picks that we drafted, we ended up with a grade of a 2.92, which if I was a teacher, I would grade on a curve, and I definitely think that Howie and the front office, outside of the Landon Dickerson pick, at 37 with his injury history and all that, I think Howie did a pretty stand up job. I got to give him credit where credit's due, and I know I've been hard on him, with my Howie horrible talk and stuff like that, but definitely have to give credit where credit's due. And I give this draft a solid B. Definitely have seen worse. Could have been a little better, but definitely have seen worse out of Howie. And I am excited to see what our new coaching staff and these young players can put together and what we can create and put out on that field. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this. Sorry about the long video. Sorry about the delay in the video. Kind of had a dental emergency. Had to get a teeth pulled recently. So that's never fun. But fighting through the pain to get you guys out some more content. So that I'm just showing you how much I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And want to make sure that I keep you guys updated on, the information that, you may or not have already come across, but also to give you my opinion on all of the new draft picks and all of that. So, yeah. So again, thank you again for tuning in. I think I'm going to let you guys go. This video's been long enough. But as always, fly Eagles fly. And until next time, stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing me on your screen.